Soldier of Christ reporting for duty. How's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. I haven't posted in a very long time, which I apologize about, but I've been very busy with other stuff, and I wanted to get this video out because I've been trying to piece together my testimony, and I wanted to spend a little bit more time on that, but I know I needed to get a video out. So here I am, and this one's going to be a little different, but sort of going to be like 3 ways to do something. And in this one, it's 3 ways to live for God. And if you have your Bible with you, turn to Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 5. For it speaks, "For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing. They have no further reward, and even the memory of them is forgotten." This is something that speaks to me, and I'm sure it does others as well, that we all know that someday we will die and that we will be forgotten unless, we hold some sort of like very amazing position in history and something that, not a lot of other people have, but the majority of us will be forgotten, and that a lot of the things that we do here on the earth to serve ourselves, that won't matter. That will all go away and will be gone at some point. So when we live for God, we know that while we'll still be forgotten, that we're actually like have a purpose, and that it's not something that we're just serving ourselves, because a lot of times as individuals we serve ourselves to try to be remembered. I know it's something of many generations, but I'm from Generation Z, and something such as wanting to be famous, for the sake of being famous, is something that a lot of people desire. A lot of people, that's something that they want because it's also sort of like stems from insecurity. A lot of people, insecurity runs very deep in many people's lives, especially in today's culture. And being famous sort of like puts it's sort of like a temporary bandage, if you will. It sort of like patches it, to show that yes, they might be an insecure person, but look at what they're capable of doing. Look at what they were able to do and how they were able to get famous. But in the end, fame on this earth is very temporary, and unless it's something very extraordinary were to happen, then we'll be forgotten. And another thing is that we can do is to understand how fragile life is. James chapter 4 verse 14 speaks, "Why you do not even know what will happen tomorrow? What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes." So something that most of us understand is how fragile life is, but we don't necessarily internalize it, and we don't always live like life is fragile. Something that is really spoken to my generation is to sort of start a business and to sort of grind a business out, if you will. And a lot of that is spoken about, like, oh, you'll be so happy if you start a business. This is a key to success in life, and this will actually give your life meaning. But the fact is, even with a business so successful, and even if the happiness were to come, it won't make that person invincible, and it won't make them unable to die. And when they do die, the business that they leave behind, all that hard work, all of the success they had with that business will vanish. It really won't mean anything, and it'll be nothing. Of course, there's nothing wrong with starting a business, but when we put so much into something such as a business, something that will fade away, it really won't matter, and it'll fade away with the rest of the earth. But when we focus on Jesus, uh, his promise will never fade away, and our relationship with him will never fade away either. So, something that we have to keep in mind is, yes, we can do stuff such as like start businesses and work hard for that and whatnot, but we're not supposed to put all our trust and all our hope in that business because it will surely fade away. Which also brings us up to another good point, that we can't necessarily take anything with us. If you turn to 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 7, it speaks, "For we brought nothing into the world, and we can take nothing out of it." So, since we really can't take anything with us, we really don't need all of the abundance that so many other people are interested in having. A lot of people fantasize about being wealthy or about having um, so much that they really don't need to have any more worries. But when we place our security and our peace of mind in things such as wealth or material possessions or food and whatnot, then we really aren't having faith in Jesus, and we aren't having faith in a way that shows that we are submissive to Him and that we are able to live for Him. Because when we're able to rely on Jesus, when we're able to rely on God, it really shows that we're able to live for Him and we're able to carry out the purpose that He has for us. That's pretty much all I had. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm sorry for kind of being a little quiet for a while, but I plan to be posting a lot very soon, and I plan to be doing a lot more. So thank you so much, and until next time, Soldier of Christ out.